Okay, so I changed in the previous video. The last step was making this a curtain wall first of all, and I also changed the settings to be with this set of mullions and these options for the number of grids that we want. A grid equals a mullion if you say that you want that specific mullion to be in that specific grid. Okay, I'm going to set this as okay, but change the number of horizontal mullions to be less. Let's say 3. There you go. Now, also before I started recording, I changed one of the panels, and you can go next to a panel and tap to select the panel and change it from a glass system panel to a solid one. Now you don't see it very well here until you go to the shaded mode, and you see how I changed these two. This one before recording, this one right now. Okay. So what if you want to make one of these panels a door, which is the idea that I'm asking from you right now. You need a door to be uploaded first. So for that you go to doors and you load family. You go to the doors, and there's specific door types. These two, they're curtain based, meaning they're expecting a panel from a curtain wall. Okay, so you can say the double glass. I'm going to say the single glass, and it says curtain in front. Okay, so you say open, and obviously you cannot place it into a curtain wall because it doesn't know to what panel it corresponds. So you can escape that with no problem. Select now by tabbing your panel, and selecting now you should have here the curtain wall glass door. So it changes. If you go to the, I'm going to turn on everything because I also isolated everything. Let's reset and go to the level 1. You see now the door right there. Okay. You can also swap it both sides. And from the level, if you're sure that you're tabbing on the panel, you can select the panel also from the plan view. Select the door, swap, swap, swap. I'm going to do that here as well by tabbing. And again, door, flip, flip, and again tabbing, because otherwise we're selecting only the curtain wall system, and selecting the door, flip. Okay, so you might think that you haven't done much, but actually you have placed your doors instead of a panel. You could make a design of different panels, and you could actually duplicate each of the panels. You can say glazed or solid. Wait, let me cancel that one and make it solid panel. I'm going to edit and duplicate. You can make it solid red color and change the material for that panel. And before we had this pitch about metal, so you can make one metal and copper, for example. Say okay, and it even has the pattern. If you go to the shaded mode, you should be able to see that difference. Good. I'm going to start the stair because it's a little more tricky, and from there we jump to the atrium. It's going to be much faster. The stair goes in this space, so we need to also clean up a little bit the beams, because obviously in these columns they're obviously in the middle of the space, require for the stair. So once clean up this space, I can go to the level 1 and we'll start our stair design. Okay, stair. We're going to use what is called the center end spiral. Now, this is the classic mistake, because I'm a little bit hurrying up. I forgot to probably draw a couple of lines that could help me design the stair with more precision. No? So I'm just going to cancel that, and I'm going to do a couple lines. So LI circle, and we're going to do the circle of 8 feet radius. I'm going to move it to the top of the axis and then move it down 2 feet, which is the distance we should have. And now I could even draw a line from the center, so I make sure I have that center carefully drawn just in case I have to snap to it. Okay, I'm going to do a stair now, center end spiral. We need to give an offset of 5 feet. And we want to go from level 1 to level 2. We want to make it monolithic from center. And it doesn't really matter where you finish, but it really matters that you're somehow associated to the end of that circle we did. I'm going to do it offset so you see that I'm not doing it with that precision. Now after you press once, you have to press how many stairs you want, just in case you have a landing in the middle. But we're going to go all the way, click, say OK, and it does the stair. No? In your computer it should be a bit faster probably, because I'm recording at the same time. And there you have it. No? Well, I want it centered to this axis and this opening to the bottom, so I'm going to do a couple lines first from this point to this point, escape, and from the center that I had from before to the middle, or even the perpendicular should be the same, but I'm going to go to the middle. I'm going to select the stair and control the lines and rotate. Now be careful, you see how that center is not exactly, you have to move it to the center first. Drag it there. And now, rotate. The center is offset, so you drag it there, and now you can rotate from that point in the middle to the bottom. It's probably going to say it's offset a little bit. It's pretty much that it's not with 100% accuracy, but it should be good enough. Let's go to the 3D and see what we have done. This is what we have done. We need a landing here, so we need to change the floor perimeter, and we need a wall around it. Okay, so I'm going to Control Tab that. The type of wall is also in the lecture, so you can make any wall for now that has CMU. I'm going to use the CMU on metal studs, or let me see, no, not that one, CMU insulated. The CMU with brick exterior, but I need to duplicate that one. I'm going to call it CMU stair gym. Okay, say OK. Edit type, preview. You're in section, so that's good. We can get closer to see what are the layers. There's no finish in the exterior side, meaning we just delete a lot of layers here. We leave the CMU, which is the structure, and towards the interior we're going to have the finish, which is the gypsum board, and the metal furring. If you guys remember the metal furring, we did this in the partition type. Is that metal detail that connects the CMU blocks to the gypsum board, so you can really nail directly or screw directly to those furrings. No? You say OK, OK, and that's what we're going to do now. We're going to do a circle wall from the center, and you see how the gypsum board is outside, so spacebar to place it inside. The clean area, actually probably, let me do it again. We should be with exterior for finished face interior, spacebar, then finished face exterior. So there's a couple of changes we have to do till we make it perfect. There we go. Let's go to the 3D to see what we have just done. Okay, we went from level 1 to level 2, which is good. I'm going to select this one, and actually I'm going to copy and paste it, not to level 2, but to level 3, and you will see why in a second. So level 3 there, yeah, good. Now in level 1 I want to make a couple of adjustments first. I want to make a wall, the same one, and I want to start from here, center, spacebar, and I'm going to move this like 3 feet. Actually 4 feet, why not? 1 foot more. And mirror from the center, center. I'm going to split this wall. So I'm doing a modify, split, center. So now we have the possibility of trimming TR here and here. No? We can also drag this one up to there, to here. Now we're going to do an opening later on, but for now I'm not going to care too much about that. I'm going to go to the 3D and see what happened here. This is exactly what happens, is that little detail. So I'm going to select these walls, and copy, paste to level 2, no? Steps on top, which is on top of the other one. And I'm not going to attach to the bottom yet, because I'm going to use this same stair for the atrium. So I will do that. I will copy the whole thing and then I will attach it to the floor. But first of all, I'm going to go to level 2 because I have to change the flooring. Okay, remember that if this is the floor, we need to edit the boundary so we can adapt to the section of the stair. No? So you're right, there's something weird there. What is that? It's just the, it's in the underlay, no? Huh. Oh, it's the truss that is on top. So no big problem there. It's correct. So we edit boundary. And a good way to do a boundary that has many lines that are originated from the stair could be selecting lines, pick lines it's called. You can start picking lines here, the ones you need to afterwards trim, no? So with all this you can pretty much skip once and start trimming around. Now sometimes you have to continue one of them and split, for example. Or actually no, I think you can trim here and here. And now you need to split in the middle though, to trim here, 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 and here. And now you need to split again, escape over there, trim, trim. Now I left this piece, I shouldn't have split it there. You can say okay. It's going to ask me if you want the walls to go up. No. Let's go to the 3D. You see that space there? We can actually go and see the section carefully. I mean, we could have a totally different detail here, because the one you really want to have this shape is in the other side, but you could create a little railing here that is cute, and then you go up and you land exactly on the space here. No, I think that truss is probably higher than we're seeing in underlay. No, so I'm gonna leave it there, but I think we're gonna copy this stair, put it in the atrium. We're pretty much done with the gym. We just need to fix a little bit the curtain wall in the gym, sorry, in the atrium, and we should be done very soon.